Still in Lisboa, time for a new video. A couple of weeks ago, somebody asked me in a Discord, I forgot who it was, asked me for tips on how to be social, how to make conversation. They were mentioning that they had great difficulty starting a conversation and you know, making small talk. So I kept that in the back of my head, and I actually had a very interesting experience last night that perfectly ties into that question. So here we go. Last night was my third night of me being in Portugal, in Lisbon, and I was dead. I had done a excursion that day, sorry man, to a castle. So I was out the whole day. After partying already for 2 nights, so I was just dead, right? Completely devastated. So I'm sitting in the communal area. It's about 10 p.m. I'm already dozing off. Everyone's getting together, mixing in. And there's this French guy that I already met the day before, right? And it's funny because he does not speak any English. And he figured out on the Thursday that I was Belgian, so he knew that I speak a little bit of French. Now, I've never made it a secret that I don't really like speaking French. I'm not good at it. I kind of replaced it with Spanish in my mind as well. And, well, the most important thing to know is I'm not really good at it anymore. So it's a struggle for me to properly speak French. I have to be engaged, locked in, really think about my words and grammar, and it's hard. It requires a lot of my emotional bandwidth. But so this guy doesn't speak English, so he sees me sitting there chilling, and he comes to me, right? Starts talking to me. I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't want to talk. Like, I didn't tell him that, but that's what I was thinking. Because I'm sitting there like, je suis, j'étais promené dans la cité. Like, I'm butchering that right now, for a fact. And I'm just there like, no, I don't want to have this conversation. I'm too tired, and I definitely don't want to speak French. And after a couple of minutes, I was definitely giving off antisocial vibes. This guy asks me, tu sais le bodybuilding? Which means, you know, you do bodybuilding. And my ego went ding, 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 ding. And I didn't even, in the moment itself, I had no clue what was happening. You know, I was like, oui, je fais le bodybuilding un peu. Which means like, yeah, I do a little bit. You know, trying to be humble, trying to not flex too hard. And before I know it, I'm 20 minutes in, talking to this guy passionately in French, talking about calories, protein intake, cutting. I'm showing him pictures of me, like at my peak form, like, yeah, this was me a year and a half ago after my cut. It was so funny because at some point my friend that I'm traveling with, my Belgian hometown friend, he pulls up and he sees me like showing pictures of myself, like half naked, to this guy. And he's like, what are you doing, man? What the fuck is going on? I'm like, yo. He asked about my gym routine. And right then and there in that moment, I kind of got this revelation. I was like, man, this is so funny. For someone, hold on. Woo. likes to think that he's self-conscious and is good at reading social signs and context. I allowed my ego to completely let me, take over and sucker me into a conversation that 20 minutes prior I had zero interest in having. But all of a sudden I'm like, oh, vanity, you want to know about my bicep routine, bruh? You see what I'm saying? So the point I want to make, anyone that's struggling with making small talk or finding things to talk about, this is a little bit manipulative, but we'll just put it under the bracket of, we'll call it a sales course. Find out what the interest, what the passion is of your target, of the person that you're trying to talk to. Figure out what makes them proud. Conversation is all about motivation. You need to motivate the other party to talk to you, to invest energy into you. Usually for a lot of guys, the motivation is getting laid. But obviously in the greater context of just being social, you need to figure out what it is that makes their clock tick and ask them about that. If you can figure out a person's interest and purpose in life, just ask about that and watch magic ensue. Basically just playing on people's ego will get you the furthest, as it pertains to that. And it's a thing that a lot of people are aware of, like I'm obviously aware of it myself, but it's such a strong, the energy of the ego and our vanity is so strong that we willingly look the other way and we just indulge, we want to give in. That's actually the same reason why I've talked about this before. It is very easy for any woman, like, you ever see a man, like walking down the street, and you're thinking, that's an odd couple, meaning that she's far more attractive than him. Or for example, you ever had that buddy that you went to a strip club with and he ended up dating a stripper, and he's telling you like, no, but she really loves me, she really likes me, we have a bond, we clicked, we connected on a deeper level. She's just doing this to pay bills, but she was explaining to me that this is temporary. And you're like, dude, but it all comes down to this. It is incredibly easy to convince a man that he is special. It's incredibly easy to concern something that to concern a thought that deep down they've always had. So, meaning that if you're a woman and you're telling a guy like, hey, I really like, I'm gonna go here. I really like your style. I love your sense of humor. Do you work out? And the guy's like obese, wearing joggers. He'll still be like, hey, you know what? I guess I do dress kind of good. So that's why women always get away with that, because us men, our ego is so easy to manipulate. Women, on the other hand, that's a different story. They're much more conscious about that and more intelligent overall. But yeah, you're figuring out a way how to connect with someone, how to make small talk, you gotta motivate them. What do they like? What are they proud of? What are they trying to achieve in life? What is their focus? Ask them about that. And you will have yourself a conversation on your hands. All right, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. And if you have a question, then make your way over to my Discord, to the Q&A section, and ask me anything there, and I'll make a video. Whew! Man, recording in a loud ass city like Lisbon is quite taxing, I must admit. There's so much shit going on, man. It really is a concrete jungle out here. Just constant noise and stimulation and people, and it's crazy. All right, I'm out. Life is beautiful, don't forget now.
Hi, my name's Spencer. I'm a filmmaker from Chicago. I'm a person who struggled with anxiety, OCD, and mild depression for most of my life. I've seen many therapists and tried many different medications. Recently, I was kind of looking for something more, to get more motivated, to get more things done, and I had just come across Lorenzo's YouTube channel. I just started binge watching, and I became so inspired about his attitude, the way he goes about things, and he just seems so genuine, so intelligent, and I just decided to reach out because I thought if he could make it through everything that he had made it through and be succeeding so well now, that he must know something. And I can safely say he does. He's so much different than any other therapist I had seen before. I felt like more of a connection. I felt that everything that he was talking about with me was from experience that he had and not just something that he learned in a book. And I think that's the biggest difference that I could honestly say. So he's helped me so much with motivation, organizing my life, more confidence, and the biggest thing is to live in the moment. And I really appreciate what I have and who I'm with and what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And that was something I've never done before. So once again, I would like to highly recommend Lorenz, aka Wounded Viking. Please hit him up for life coaching.